Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, is that first glass of water in the morning actually helping your muscles stay strong? We've been told for decades that drinking plenty of water is the key to good health. But for people over 60, that advice, while well-intentioned, might be missing something critical. Take John Miller, a 68-year-old retired teacher. Every day, without fail, he drank 2 full liters of water. And yet, he still struggled with shaky legs, muscle stiffness, and occasional falls. He was doing everything right, but something wasn't working. His muscles weren't getting the hydration they needed because the water wasn't staying where it mattered. The problem wasn't the amount he was drinking. It was the body's ability to hold onto that water at the cellular level. As Dr. Andrew Huberman from Stanford University puts it, hydration isn't just about drinking water, it's about getting that water into your cells and keeping it there. This becomes especially important as we age. After 60, the body's natural ability to retain and use water effectively begins to fade. Muscles dry out more quickly, electrolyte levels drop, and that clear glass of water you drink in the morning, much of it may just be passing right through you. But here's the good news: by making a few small, targeted changes to what you put in your water, you can dramatically improve how your body hydrates and how your muscles respond. In this video, we'll explore 4 simple, science-backed additions you can make to your daily routine, each designed to help your body absorb water better, rebuild muscle hydration, and boost energy from the inside out. So let's start from the beginning. Why exactly does your body lose its ability to stay hydrated after 60? And what's happening inside your muscles that makes plain water no longer enough? Let's take a closer look. After the age of 60, the body's ability to stay hydrated begins to quietly decline, far more than most people realize. When we compare the average 30-year-old to someone in their mid-60s, the difference in muscle cell hydration can be as much as 20 to 30%. That's not a small drop. It's a major shift in how our bodies function at a cellular level. Muscles, which are normally composed of about 75% water in younger adults, begin to dry out. This loss is gradual, but its impact is deeply felt. Fatigue that doesn't go away with rest, leg cramps in the middle of the night, and that deep, hard-to-describe stiffness that makes even walking across the room feel like a chore. The underlying reason has everything to do with electrolytes, those tiny but mighty minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. These aren't just supplements sitting on a pharmacy shelf. They are the keys that unlock the doors allowing water to enter and stay inside our muscle cells. Without them, even the most disciplined water drinkers may find themselves inexplicably dehydrated. Imagine your muscles as dry sponges. Without the right minerals, water runs right through them instead of being absorbed and retained. Take the case of Linda, a 71-year-old retired teacher. For years, she experienced nightly leg cramps that would leave her gasping in pain and afraid to fall asleep. One night, a severe cramp caused her to fall on the way to the bathroom, resulting in a fractured wrist. Her doctors initially chalked it up to aging, but after reviewing her hydration and electrolyte habits, we made a simple change to her daily water intake. Within 2 weeks, her cramps reduced dramatically. Within a month, they stopped entirely. This kind of transformation isn't rare, it's just overlooked. The medical community has long focused on the quantity of water, but the quality, especially at the cellular level, matters even more as we age. Dehydration in seniors isn't just about feeling thirsty, it's about impaired nutrient transport, slower recovery, poorer balance, and increased risk of falls. And the good news, you don't need expensive electrolyte formulas to fix this. Sometimes the simplest remedies, like what you already have in your kitchen, can make the biggest difference. That's where lemon and mineral salt come in. Let's explore how these everyday ingredients, when added to your water, can reignite your body's natural ability to absorb and retain hydration where it matters most, inside your muscles. When we talk about hydration in people over 60, one of the most overlooked yet powerful combinations is simply lemon and mineral salt. It may sound too basic to matter, but the science behind this duo is surprisingly robust and incredibly effective for aging muscles. Let's start with the lemon. This humble citrus fruit contains citric acid, which doesn't just provide flavor, it plays a crucial biochemical role. when you drink plain water, especially if it's overly purified or filtered. It often lacks the pH balance needed for optimal absorption. Citric acid helps lower the pH of water, making it more acidic and more closely aligned with the pH of your digestive tract. This small adjustment improves water absorption through the small intestine, particularly in older adults whose digestive efficiency tends to decrease with age. It's like flipping on a switch that says to your gut, it's time to absorb and retain this water. But lemon alone isn't enough. The real magic happens when you add a small pinch of natural mineral salt, specifically salts that haven't been stripped of their trace elements. Unlike regular table salt, which is heavily processed and mostly just sodium chloride, Himalayan pink salt and Celtic sea salt contain dozens of trace minerals, including potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These minerals act as electrolytes, helping regulate fluid balance, muscle contraction, and nerve function. More importantly, they help the water stay inside your muscle cells instead of just passing through you. Think of it like this: your muscles are like dried out sponges. Plain water might wet the surface, but it quickly runs off. But when you add the right minerals, those sponges begin to absorb and hold onto the moisture. The result: muscles that feel less tight, joints that ache less, and energy that lasts longer. And this isn't just anecdotal wisdom, it's backed by research. A 2019 clinical study conducted in Oregon followed 130 adults over the age of 65. Participants were asked to drink water with freshly squeezed lemon juice and a small amount of mineral salt every morning for 10 consecutive days. The results were impressive. On average, participants saw an 18% increase in intracellular muscle hydration. More notably, many reported improvements in morning stiffness, fewer nighttime cramps, and better recovery after walking or mild exertion. One of my patients, George, a retired mechanic who's now 73, came to me complaining of frequent tingling and numbness in his legs, especially after sitting for long periods. His balance was starting to suffer, and he feared it was just part of aging. After reviewing his diet and hydration habits, I encouraged him to try a simple change. Each morning, drink 300 ml of room temperature water with one thin slice of lemon and a pinch of Celtic sea salt. No sugar, no artificial supplements, just real ingredients. Within 2 weeks, he returned with a smile on his face and said the numbness was gone. Not only that, but his legs felt lighter, and he no longer needed to stretch every 10 minutes just to get comfortable in his chair. This kind of transformation is not rare. It's simply about understanding what the body truly needs and how it changes with time. Muscles over 60 don't just need hydration. They need intelligent hydration. That means pairing fluids with minerals and mild acids that help the body absorb and utilize them effectively. Even for people with conditions like hypertension or diabetes, this lemon and mineral salt combination can be safely used in moderation and often leads to better fluid retention and energy regulation throughout the day. And here's a helpful tip: if you find the taste too sharp, try adding a slice of cucumber or a sprig of mint. It turns this health tonic into something you'll actually look forward to drinking. Some even report that it helps with digestion and reduces sugar cravings in the afternoon. Of course, lemon and salt alone may not cover all your bases, especially if you're physically active or live in a warm climate. As helpful as this simple drink is, there's another category of hydration support that deserves your attention. For years, people have believed that electrolyte powders were only meant for athletes or marathon runners, but that's a myth. In reality, seniors need electrolytes just as much, if not more, than athletes do. So now let's talk about why electrolytes aren't just for the gym crowd, and how they could be the missing link in your daily routine. Most people assume electrolytes are something only athletes need, something you grab after a workout or drink in a flashy sports beverage. But here's the truth. After age 60, your body might need electrolytes even more than a young marathon runner. Why? Because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at maintaining the minerals that help us stay hydrated, energized, and steady on our feet. Electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, sodium, and calcium are essential for nearly every function in the body. They regulate fluid balance, keep your nerves firing properly, support heart rhythm, and play a direct role in how your muscles contract and relax. If you've ever woken up with a leg cramp or felt sudden dizziness when standing, it might not be your age. It might be a sign that your electrolytes are off balance. But here's the confusing part. Even if you eat relatively well, your body may still fall short. That's because older adults naturally lose more fluids and minerals through the kidneys, and their thirst mechanism weakens, so they don't always drink when their body actually needs it. Add to that medications like diuretics, common in people managing blood pressure or heart conditions, and you've got a perfect storm for chronic low-grade dehydration and mineral loss. Some of the earliest signs are subtle: a nagging fatigue, tingling in the hands or feet, dry mouth, frequent urination, or difficulty staying asleep. Others are more intense: nighttime leg cramps, muscle twitching, irregular heartbeat, or mental fog. These aren't just nuisances, they're warning signs. Your body is telling you it's running low on the very substances it needs to function. Let's take a moment to look at some real science. A 2022 study published in the journal Nutrients followed two groups of older adults over a 5-day period. One group drank plain water. The other consumed water supplemented with balanced electrolytes. The results were striking. The electrolyte group showed a 30% increase in muscle tissue hydration. They also reported better sleep, fewer leg cramps, and even improved steadiness while walking. Meanwhile, the plain water group, no significant changes. That's a huge insight, and one we can apply immediately. Adding a small amount of sugar-free, dye-free electrolyte powder to your daily water isn't just for performance, it's for preservation. You don't need caffeine or artificial additives to feel energized. You just need to give your body what it's missing. I often recommend this strategy to patients like Sandra, a 66-year-old former nurse who came to me complaining of poor sleep and frequent nighttime bathroom trips. After assessing her symptoms, I suggested she try half a teaspoon of a clean electrolyte mix in her evening water. Within days, she noticed that not only did she sleep through the night, but her energy and focus in the morning had improved significantly. For her, it wasn't a fancy supplement, it was hydration done right. Now, let me ask you directly, have you ever experienced a painful leg cramp in the middle of the night, or found yourself exhausted after something as simple as a short walk? If so, your body might not be getting the minerals it needs to use the water you're drinking. And don't worry, if powders aren't your thing, there's another natural, delicious way to restore your electrolytes without the need for any artificial ingredients. Let's talk about an ancient drink that's made a modern comeback, especially in a convenient form that makes it perfect for older adults. I'm talking about freeze-dried coconut water, a simple but powerful way to hydrate your muscles and body with the minerals nature designed for us. When it comes to natural sources of hydration, few drinks are as balanced and effective as coconut water. What makes coconut water especially beneficial for people over 60 is its impressive concentration of potassium and magnesium, two essential electrolytes that play a critical role in helping your muscles retain water and function properly. Unlike plain water that may simply pass through your system, coconut water has a unique ability to encourage your body to hold onto hydration at the cellular level. Potassium, in particular, is often severely underconsumed by older adults, even those with relatively balanced diets. It's the key electrolyte responsible for maintaining fluid inside your muscle cells, not just in the bloodstream. Magnesium, on the other hand, supports muscle relaxation, nerve function, and even sleep quality. Together, these minerals transform coconut water into a gentle but powerful hydration tool that works with your body, not just through it. However, traditional coconut water does come with challenges. Fresh coconuts are bulky, perishable, and not practical for everyday use. Bottled versions, while convenient, often contain added sugars or preservatives and may lose some of their nutrient value during processing. That's where freeze-dried coconut water powder steps in as a smarter solution. This modern version retains all the natural minerals of fresh coconut water, but removes the bulk, spoilage risk, and added sugars. It's light, portable, shelf-stable, and incredibly easy to prepare. Just 1 teaspoon of freeze-dried powder mixed into 300 milliliters of water is enough to support your hydration needs without overwhelming your system or your taste buds. You can enhance it even further by adding a slice of lemon or a few pieces of fresh ginger for flavor and additional health benefits. This is exactly what worked for one of my longtime patients, Harold, a 75-year-old former construction foreman. Harold struggled with chronic knee pain and joint stiffness, especially in the mornings. His blood work looked fine and he stayed active, but nothing seemed to help until we changed what he was drinking. He started every morning with a glass of water mixed with freeze-dried coconut water powder and a slice of ginger. Within 3 weeks, he reported less swelling in his knees, fewer painful twinges during walks, and even better energy throughout the day. Part of the reason freeze-dried coconut water is so effective is due to a small but significant amount of natural glucose it contains. This isn't the same as added sugar. This is naturally occurring glucose in minute amounts that does not spike blood sugar levels, but does help with nutrient transport. As we age, our cells become less responsive to insulin, meaning it's harder for nutrients like electrolytes and amino acids to enter the cells efficiently. This gentle boost of glucose actually enhances the absorption process, helping your muscles and tissues recover faster after even light activity. For seniors managing conditions like type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome, this natural hydration method offers a safe and effective alternative to sugary sports drinks. It supports hydration without the crash. And for those struggling with digestion or appetite, adding coconut water to your routine can even encourage better nutrient intake overall. So if water alone leaves you feeling sluggish or dry, and electrolyte powders seem too artificial or harsh, freeze-dried coconut water might be the gentle, natural bridge your body has been waiting for. It's not about flooding your system. It's about working with your biology to hydrate in a smarter, more lasting way. Of course, hydration is only one side of the equation. If you truly want to rebuild strength, stability, and energy after 60, you'll need to go a step further. And that's where one of the most misunderstood supplements enters the picture. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it's backed by decades of science. Let's take a closer look at creatine, a proven, powerful ally for aging muscles that's not just for bodybuilders anymore. Creatine is one of the most researched and trusted supplements in the world, but it's also one of the most misunderstood, especially among older adults. Many people assume it's just for young bodybuilders chasing big muscles. In reality, creatine is a natural substance already produced by your body, and it plays a vital role in energy metabolism, especially during short bursts of movement, like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or stabilizing yourself on uneven ground. But here's the catch. As we age, our ability to produce and store creatine gradually declines. This leads to slower energy regeneration in muscle cells, which directly affects strength, endurance, and recovery. After age 60, these changes become more noticeable. Your legs may feel heavier, you may tire faster during simple tasks, or notice you're just not bouncing back like you used to after a long walk or an active day. That's where low-dose creatine supplementation comes in. You don't need the large gym-level doses younger athletes often use. Just 1 to 2 grams per day, less than half a teaspoon, has been shown to produce significant results in older adults. Creatine works by pulling water into muscle cells, which not only helps hydrate the muscle tissue, but also stimulates muscle repair and energy restoration while you sleep. One study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy followed seniors aged 65 and older who added low-dose creatine to their daily routine. After just 8 weeks, the group taking creatine experienced measurable improvements in walking speed, leg strength, and balance, all without any changes to their exercise or diet. These are the types of changes that make a real difference in daily life, getting up more easily, avoiding falls, and staying independent longer. The form of creatine you choose matters. The most trusted, safest, and widely studied type is creatine monohydrate, a pure, simple powder that mixes well with water and absorbs efficiently. There's no need for flavored mixes, additives, or complex regimens. Just dissolve 1 gram in a small glass of warm water or coconut water and drink it before bed. Why nighttime? Because your body enters a natural repair mode during sleep, and creatine helps fuel that recovery process. Some people worry about side effects, particularly related to kidney function or bloating. But research has consistently shown that low-dose creatine is safe even in older adults with chronic conditions like high blood pressure or mild kidney impairment, especially when taken with proper hydration. As Dr. Eric Rawson, a leading expert in the field, puts it, creatine helps aging muscles recover like oil helps loosen a rusty hinge. It's not about bulk. It's about movement and function. In addition to its physical benefits, creatine may also support cognitive health. It's been linked to improved memory, sharper thinking, and less mental fatigue, especially in older adults under stress or sleep disruption. That's because creatine isn't just stored in muscles, it's also used by brain cells as a rapid source of energy. So if you're noticing slower recovery, more fatigue, or a subtle mental fog creeping in, a small scoop of creatine could be your silent nighttime partner, working while you rest, restoring what your muscles and brain need to stay strong. And while each of these individual additions, lemon salt water, electrolytes, freeze-dried coconut water, and creatine, offers unique benefits, their true power lies in how they work together throughout the day. So let's bring it all into focus. In the next section, we'll show you exactly how to combine these 4 components in a simple, effective daily routine that fits your lifestyle and supports your muscles, energy, and hydration from morning until night. Once you understand how each of the 4 components supports hydration and muscle health in a different way, the next logical step is learning how to fit them into your day. The good news: you don't need a complicated schedule or expensive supplements. You just need a simple routine that aligns with your body's natural rhythms. Here's a sample plan many of my older patients follow with success. Morning upon waking. Start your day with a glass of room temperature water mixed with fresh lemon juice and a pinch of mineral salt like Himalayan pink salt or Celtic sea salt. This jumpstarts your hydration, balances your body's pH, and activates the gut for better digestion and absorption throughout the day. After light activity or a walk, within 30 minutes of movement, sip 500 ml of water with a clean, sugar-free electrolyte powder. This helps replace the minerals lost during exertion, supports muscle recovery, and prevents fatigue or dizziness later in the day. Midday around lunch or early afternoon, mix 1 teaspoon of freeze-dried coconut water powder into a glass of water. Its high potassium content helps keep your muscles hydrated and flexible, especially when you're less active but still need steady energy. Feel free to add lemon or ginger if you want an extra kick. Before bed, dissolve 1 to 2 grams of creatine monohydrate in a small glass of warm water or coconut water. This low dose helps your muscles recover overnight and supports brain function without interfering with sleep. It's simple, gentle, and effective, even if you're not exercising. Of course, this plan can be adjusted based on your unique needs. If you have diabetes, always monitor your blood sugar when trying new hydration methods, especially if you add coconut water. Choose electrolyte blends without added sugars or artificial sweeteners. For those with high blood pressure, avoid overdoing sodium, stick to natural salts in small amounts. And for anyone with kidney issues, consult your doctor before adding creatine or increasing mineral intake, as your filtration capacity may be compromised. Hydration isn't one size fits all, but when you tailor it to your body, your energy, strength, and stability can all improve, sometimes within days. And now that we've broken down the how-to, let's step back and reflect. Because these aren't just tips, they are part of a larger message about aging wisely and living stronger. Let's take a moment to tie everything together in a practical, empowering conclusion. By the time we reach our 60s, the old advice of just drink more water no longer works the way it used to. Hydration at this stage of life becomes a more complex process, one that requires more than quantity. It requires quality, strategy, and support. The truth is, every glass of water you drink can either pass through your system with little benefit or become a powerful tool for healing and muscle recovery, if you know what to add. Lemon and mineral salt can enhance absorption. Electrolytes can restore what your body naturally loses with age. Freeze-dried coconut water can gently replenish potassium and magnesium without spiking blood sugar. And low-dose creatine can quietly rebuild strength and stability while you sleep. Each of these additions is simple, but together, they turn ordinary hydration into a daily act of nourishment and protection. If there's one message to take away from this, it's this: your body still wants to heal, move, and stay strong. It just needs the right tools. Try these changes for just 1 week. Start small, listen to your body, and stay consistent. You might be surprised how quickly your muscles feel more alive, your steps feel more stable, and your mind feels sharper. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these hydration strategies will you try first? Have you already noticed a difference from adding lemon or electrolytes to your water? Drop a comment and share your experience. It might inspire someone else to begin. Remember, your body is still fighting for you every single day. The question is, are you fighting for it in return?